Welcome to the Commissioner Report. I'm Gabriella Ferraro for MCTV. Here in the Commissioner Report, our goal is to keep you up to date on what happened at the most recent meeting of the Martin County Board of County Commissioners. Let's review the meeting that took place on December 15th. Commissioners approved a contract with Motorola to provide upgrades to the existing public safety radio system for our first responders, which has exceeded its useful life both from the equipment standpoint as well as the technology that supports it. The upgrades will bring the aging system to current standards and make it ready to support first responders for the next 10 years. The county has already allocated $2.5 million for the radio system replacement. The remaining funds for the $8 million project will come from reserves. Commissioners also approved an agreement with St. Lucie County to share technology and facilities for this project to reduce costs. After a public hearing, commissioners sent a controversial proposal for a stealth communications cell tower back to the local planning agency, or LPA, for review. Staff identified some procedural errors and recommended the application go back to the LPA. The proposed 120-foot tower would be located within Sailfish Marina in Stewart. This item has been continued a number of times over the last 2 years. Some nearby residents are opposed to the project, claiming the tower would have adverse impacts on their neighborhoods. Commissioners approved an amendment to the zoning agreement to turn 2 lakes into 1 large lake to allow for contiguous development in the Indiantown Commerce and Technology Park planned unit development, which was approved by a previous former commission in 2007. And commissioners heard a presentation on the transportation of liquefied natural gas, or LNG, on railroad tracks along Florida's East Coast. The presentation was a follow-up to a vulnerability study to rail car accidents presented to commissioners this past May by Fire Rescue. Pending regulatory approval, Florida East Coast Railway indicates they will be transporting the flammable and odorless gas through our community soon. This would mean that 30,000 gallons of LNG per day would be moving on the same tracks as the proposed All Aboard Florida high-speed rail project. Martin County Fire Rescue says the transport of LNG by rail increases the risk to our community of exposure to hazardous materials. And finally, commissioners heard a presentation about changes to the school's grading system so that our commissioners are more aware of this information before it is released by the state next year. School board staff advised commissioners the state's criteria for grading individual schools has changed and showed commissioners simulated 2015 grades for Martin County schools. Under the simulation, Martin County receives 11 A grades, 5 Bs, and 5 Cs with no Ds and no Fs. For additional details about an agenda, or if you would like to watch the discussion for a specific item, you can go to the county's website, martin.fl.us, and click on MCTV, and just head to Video on Demand, which is set up so you can jump directly to the agenda item in which you are interested. Just click on Video on Demand and follow the instructions. Well, that's a wrap for the Commissioner Report. I'm Gabriella Ferraro, and thank you for watching MCTV.